I'm Gene McNeely from Spruce Creek, Florida, down here at Daytona. I'm standing in front of my AT6 that I race at Reno. Out of high school, I loved aviation as a kid. Went in the Navy, got the GI Bill when I got out. I invested in my licenses. From there, I pursued crop dusting, ag work. I made my career as an ag pilot, and then developed a little small air cargo company. I retired when I was 50 and moved down to Spruce Creek. I knew all the boys that flew on the North American aerobatic team, so we had gone and flown a lot of single ship shows, and we were good friends, and they needed help, so I joined them, and we're doing it basically for fun. Well, diving at the ground to me was like, oh, this is work, and if we're going to work, we need to pursue it. So we pursued Aeroshell and got them on board, and that's been over 10 years with Aeroshell. In my crop dusting business, we were buying T6s and removing the engine and prop and use them on the sprayers. The T6s were very cheap, and I went down to Mississippi and bought a T6, going to bring it home, pull the motor off. When I flew it home, I just fell in love with it. I said, this is a great flying airplane. There's no way I'm going to take the motor off. One day we're going, let's go to Reno. So my mechanic jumped in the back and we headed to Reno. Every year we just say, well, maybe not, but as it gets closer to Reno, it's like a mecca. And we load up and we go. We just love it. You can buy a stock T6, take it home, play with it, load it up, go to Reno, and if you make it go a little faster than stock, you can race it. It's just the perfect plane for racing, and it's a big platform to sit in, and it's powerful enough to enjoy really the speed. It's just a great racer. A stock T6, if you just took your basic T6 to Reno, flat out wide open at 5,000 feet elevation out there, you're going to do about 185, 190. I believe last year the qualifying was 242. So there's a big spread in there. We call it a stock T6, but it's kind of like NASCAR. We're stock, but we're souped up where we go fast. We have a tech committee that measures everything. We can't shorten the wings or cut the canopy down or tighten up the cowling much, but parasite drag is all over the airplane. We can clean all of that up. We can put some horsepower on it. There are people out there that can get 240 out of them. This old gal has done a 234, and we wish we could make it go faster. We whipped on it, but she won't go any faster. A lot of great people. We're all friends. There's only 18 people in the world that can fly in the Reno Air Race. We're all close. When we get out there, if I have a propeller bad, my next door neighbor will loan me a prop, or if I have anything, a cylinder, or if he needs it, he gets it. But we're out there to beat him. We're out there to outrun him. It's competitive, and that's why we go back. It's strictly a fun, competitive sport. Well, last year, I had a bad season. I was flying on the team down at Punta Gorda, Florida, and I ran across the parking lot and I didn't feel good. After some checkups, I found out that I had a 100% blockage in one of my veins in my heart. Had a bypass. They deemed me 100%, and I got my medical back, and I'm ready to rock and roll.
And then who flew for you last year?
Lee Oman flew for me. Lee is an old friend, an old air show buddy, old T6 racer from way back.
Hi there.
Probably one of the better sticks out there. He flies a stock airplane that he brings, so he got to fly in 2 classes last year. He flew his airplane, and he got to fly mine in the silver, and he won the silver in my airplane. My crew kind of looked at me and said, how come you hadn't been winning it? And we put another pilot in there, and then he wins it. So I'm going to have to fire Lee. He's out of here. But he's a great kid, and he really came aboard and helped us and just did a wonderful job with our airplane. Well, we have some rivals. Joey Sanders from Alabama in Big Red. Him and I have been old friends for many years. He beats me and I beat him some.
Very good. You think you'll get
And
on the goal?
it's ongoing. And it's hard to live with Joey. He keeps calling me and asking me, how'd you do at Reno this year, knowing I didn't do as good as he did. So, you know, we kind of cheat and they cheat, but they cheat better than we cheat. It's a fun game. I'm coming back, Joey. I'll be back. We are pretty limited where we're going to run. In the last 6, 7 seasons, we've always run in the bottom of the goal. I think my best finish ever was 3rd in the goal. And we are expecting to be in the goal race. Well, my son started with me when he was 18. I got him his commercial, put him in the air cargo industry flying my right seat. Then I put him in a MU2 as captain, and DC3 as a captain. And when we sold that company, he went on with FedEx, became captain at FedEx, and I got one of his epaulets. My son's got a job, bless his heart. If his mom will let him, my boy wants to race. See, he is going out to the ground school and do the checkouts, and we'll see how he does, and I'll let him get in there and do some heat races and see how he does. Reno is a real pilot venue. It's for the hardcore, I call people that love airplanes, that you'll never see any of this big iron flying this low to the ground, pistons, jets, everything on the planet, flying in that environment. It's very entertaining. It's a fine place to spend a week or a few days at the Reno Air Races. I say you're not going to heaven if you don't go to Reno, if you like aviation, so you best get out there.